India mapped as the world's most dangerous country for women? How disgusted do you get every morning when you read the horrors of sexual violence and exploitation in our country? How many men hang their heads in shame at every act of rape and sexual harassment? How many fight for your rights? Have you spoken up for yourself? Dear audience, it's time for you to decide and break away from the shackles and stereotypes of the society. For you always had the strength. All you need to resolve is training. It's high time to train and empower all girls and women to fight against all perpetrators so that they walk without fear and be the change makers in the society. Good evening, namaste, shashriyakal, salam alaikum to all my lovely spectators. I'm your host, Dr. Shelly Bech from Khwab Zindagi Ke, which embarks on its journey of women empowerment by inviting dynamic guests to unravel their insights and deliberations on such a vital topic. So carrying on with our mission, let's invite and welcome our special guest, Colonel Rohit Mishra, founder of Mission Fight Back. Mission Fight Back aims to start a social movement aimed at empowering the girl child through self-defense and self-confidence. The project aims to take the self-defense training module across all states, schools, colleges, and corporates pan-India. Mission Fight Back understands that preventing rape or sexual assault is an arduous and a long-term activity, as it does not just entail teaching self-defense techniques, but also necessitates striving for attitudinal and behavioral changes in the society as a whole. We as a society have failed to address it, either turned a blind eye towards it or brushed it under the carpet. How long will we let our sisters and daughters keep living in fear and facing humiliation thrown at them by the very same tormentors day after day? Mission Fight Back aims to work closely with corporates, state governments, and other like-minded individuals to help bring a change and not keeping asking for one. I request my technical team to kindly play the video of our esteemed guest, Colonel Rohit Mishra.
किसी ने कुछ कहा नहीं, किसी ने कुछ सुना नहीं, किसी को कुछ गिला नहीं, किसी का कुछ कहा नहीं। किसी को कुछ पता नहीं, किसी की कुछ खता नहीं। किसी ने कुछ किया नहीं, तभी तो कुछ हुआ नहीं। पर अब दुनिया बदलेगी। और इसे बदलेंगे हम खुद। अपने हौसले और हिम्मत से, अपनी जिद और जुनून से।
हर चीज मुश्किल है, लेकिन नामुमकिन नहीं। जब दिल ठान ले और दिमाग मान ले, तो किसी भी डर से जीता जा सकता है।
जितनी जरूरी है फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ, उतनी ही जरूरी है मेंटल टफनेस, क्योंकि लड़ाई सिर्फ ताकत से नहीं, हिम्मत से जीती जाती है। हम यहाँ लड़कियों को बचपन से इस प्रकार प्रिपेयर करते हैं कि उनके अंदर डर ही ना पैदा होता है. So we have designed a holistic program for the all-round development of the girl right from the childhood, which empowers.
Incredible. I believe this video was the eye opener for us. So I'll not keep the audience waiting, but invite a prestigious guest, Colonel Rohit, and hear him talk about his endeavors and his outlook on women empowerment. I welcome Colonel Rohit. The stage is all yours, and the audience are
Thank you,
curious
Shelly.
to know about who Colonel Rohit is. So can we have a bit insight from you about yourself?
Okay. Shelly, thank you first for having me over for Khwab Zindagi Ke. So you asked me a question, who's Colonel Rohit?
Yeah.
Very simple. Colonel Rohit was a soldier, so will always remain one. But more important than that is I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a son. And the best part is Rakhi was just yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess the only thing that makes me different from the rest of the men, is that I was a soldier. So being a soldier means that, yeah, I was trained. I was trained to protect myself. I was trained to protect my country. I was trained to protect the men under me. So when I came back to the CV Street, when I retired and when I came, when I thought that I'll probably pick up a job in the corporate world and things like that, that is the time I realized that, I was doing a good job of protecting the nation. But I think I was doing a very bad job of protecting my near and dear ones. Because this is the place where the actual war is. The war is not on the LC. The war is here on our streets. The war is here in our bedrooms, in our living rooms. Where just today, there is this lady from Mumbai. She's written to me that her mother was a doctor. And mother used to tell her that 3 out of every 5 women who used to come to her had suffered molestation or sexual harassment or any kind of a mental trauma in the hands of men. So which means that if you really look at it, 70 to 80% of the women have gone through some harassment or the other sometimes in life. And the worst part is this harassment is not done so much by strangers as it is done by our near and dear ones.
Yeah.
There is a statistics which I often quote that as per the National Crime Record Bureau, 95% of these heinous crimes against women, including rape and molestation, are committed by somebody who's known to the girl. Now, if that be the case, then my role as a father or a brother, goes up manifold. I mean, why should I be scared of sending my daughter out?
Exactly.
Right? Why should I give her curfew timings? Just because somebody has not taught his son to behave or to respect women? Why should my daughter suffer for the wrong upbringing of the other parents? So that is the reason why Raj, Amitabh and me, the 3 of us, we started Mission Fight Back, which of course was my daughter's idea. But since we don't have much time, I will not get too deeply involved with Mission Fight Back. I will request your audience to just type out Mission Fight Back and look at the kind of work we're doing. And I just want to tell them, you don't have to be a soldier to come out and protect your daughter. Right? You have to have that love and that feeling, how can somebody harass a daughter? And when I say a daughter, does not mean my own daughter. If I see anybody on the street, any girl being harassed on the street, I think I'll be the first person to jump in. My son is all of 14 and he has been taught that you will not, repeat, not stand to see a girl being victimized or she being harassed. Then you're not man enough. And if you're calling yourself a man, और अगर हमको उस मर्दानगी पे हम लोग अपने मूंछों को ताव देते हैं, तो हम लोगों को आगे आके काम करना पड़ेगा. We will have to make these streets safe for our girls. And that is the entire thing about Mission Fight Back. Shelly.
Very, very, very nice to hear about this. But Rohit, I have a question in mind, because generally when we talk about, or when we converse with these victims and all, I think there is a part of the society and a section, including these victims, they are hesitant to talk about in public. Either they are embarrassed, or they feel that, it's a shame how to talk about this in public, how to face the public, what people will say about me, what society will tell about me. So how to make these girls more brave, courageous, so that they should take a stand for themselves and come out in the society and talk for their rights and for themselves.
Shelly, see, I think it's easier said than done. Believe you me. Because see, the kind of society that we live in, wherein, like I said, 95% of the time, it is your own uncle or a cousin brother harassing you more than anybody else. 27% is the neighbors, by the way.
Yes.
Right? The first thing that will happen is the victim will get victimized.
Yeah.
As a parent, आप सबसे पहले अपनी बेटी पे खुद उंगली उठाएंगे. क्या पहना था, क्या कर रही थी, क्यों बातें कर रही थी, मैंने पहले बोला था उससे बात मत करना, इग्नोर क्यों नहीं किया. सो सबसे पहली उंगली तो पेरेंट्स ही उठा रहे हैं, वो लड़की कैसे बोलेगी. Then these perpetrators or predators, right, they have a demented mind. Believe you me, it's not that one fine day he wakes up and he says, oh, I have to molest this girl.
Fine.
Maybe it's a neighbor. He sees this girl, he develops feelings for her, and now with each passing day, he starts making plans. And how do these people make plans? I'll tell you, it's a very interesting thing. जिस लड़की को इन्होंने हरास करना है, उसके पेरेंट्स के सामने ये लोग बिल्कुल सब राजा हरिश्चंद्र बन के घूमेंगे. Always ready to help, bringing the right kind of gifts, saying all the right words. So tomorrow when they do something stupid, or when they harass the girl, nobody believes the girl. And then they always take the benefit of doubt of the fact that इसने ही गलत समझा होगा. How can the girl misunderstand it? It's a body that's being played around.
This is my next question, that why, whatever happens, why a girl needs to be blamed? Why the entire thing comes on the girl only? That she must be wrong.
See, because you're weak. Because you're very weak.
But if you're weak, but then why don't we talk about, why do we talk about the gender equity?
See, we can keep talking about gender equality, but the best part is, okay, you tell me, when I say the weaker sex, and we're talking English,
yeah,
right? There is a term called the weaker sex in English.
Yeah.
When I say weaker sex, what comes to your mind?
Of course,
women.
All the feminine people.
Feminine,
yeah.
Aurtein,
Yeah, female.
See, we men are so smart, we've given you a tag called weaker sex, right? And normally in a language, there is an opposite of everything, right? We were so complacent and we were so confident, we called you weaker sex. हम लोगों ने अपने आप को strong sex बोला ही नहीं, क्योंकि आप लोग ने weaker sex बोला तो आप लोग ने अपने आप को समझ लिया, which automatically makes me the stronger sex.
And we have adapted ourselves to that mindset.
You have adapted yourself to this thing. Today, if you are, Raksha Bandhan is what? Raksha Bandhan is a lovely festival.
Yeah.
Right? But here's a girl saying, oh, I'm weak, brother, protect me. Right? I have 3 kids. Right? And my 3rd kid is just 2 months old. But my daughter has tied Rakhi to this kid. Though I know for a fact that it will be my daughter who will be protecting my son.
I know. Yes, very true. Because
but look at the tradition. We hide behind tradition. We hide behind a million things.
Very true. Very true.
So this is exactly what happens. What needs to be done is we have to first, if we talk about women empowerment, the first thing that you have to throw out of the window is, please take care that you're not the weaker sex. You can do everything what a man can do and more.
Exactly.
Right? So the moment you throw this thing out the window, your women empowerment probably starts there. And what do you mean by women empowerment? You're already empowered.
Let's talk about the remote corners of India, because here in metros, we have seen that, yes, education has played a major part and has really empowered a woman, made her independent, financially dependent also, so that, you know, she plays all her roles perfectly because she's independent. But if we talk about the remote corners of India, maybe some villages and all, there I still feel that patriarchy exists.
Patriarchy
Women are
exists even in patriarchy, Dr. Shelley,
Huh.
exists even in the urban areas. You're from Delhi, Gurgaon, you think
Yeah.
patriarchy is not there?
No, but see, women there are considered as subordinates. It's a male dominated society. The
Mhm.
boys of their family, they are the rulers. They
Yeah.
can do whatever they feel like because they are the prince of the family, they are the king of the family. But girls are not given the permission to go out or do anything.
Right.
They can misbehave with the women of other families outside, but nothing should happen to their own women at home.
Exactly. That is hypocrisy at its best. You know,
Yes.
this is what happens. You know, you can say,
You can eve tease any damn girl outside, but then you can't dare anyone talk about your own sisters or women at home. Then
exactly.
why
See,
you are doing it?
this is where the macho thing comes in.
Yeah,
Somebody harassed my sister. मैं अपने 4 दोस्तों को लेकर आया, मैंने खूब उसका सर फाड़ दिया. I feel macho, and
Yeah.
then I'm the very next day I'm the one whistling at somebody else. This is
Exactly.
hypocrisy. So, but see, we call it patriarchy. Patriarchy is in the urban areas just as much as it is in the rural area. In the rural area, in case if something happens, take it from me, it does get reported to the police, or at least it comes till the panchayat level.
Yeah.
Anything happens to your neighbor in your society, you will not even go and help her. Believe me.
But then what are your views for honor killing?
My views for honor killing.
Yeah.
So I have very strong views about people who do honor killing. I would say kill them. But I am sure the law is not going to follow a soldier's word.
Yes.
See, this is what I'm trying to say. When we talk about honor, what honor are you talking about? You get your daughter, जिसको आपने बहुत नाजों से पाला है, married to a man who she does not love, right? Who she will never probably be happy with. But just because he has a certain surname or a gotra, you think it's totally fine.
Yeah.
But in case if she goes and marries somebody else, you know, from maybe outside the community, outside the caste, outside the religion, how does it become your honor?
Yes.
What is it that we're looking after? शादी ब्याह में हम लोग इतने ढोल नगाड़े बजाते हैं. Why? Because it's a happy situation.
Yeah. We are celebrating.
It's a happy event. It's a celebration.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a celebration of union of two people.
Yes.
What is the whole point of honor if that girl who does not want to marry an ex-guy, आपने लाखों करोड़ों रुपए करके उसकी शादी कर ली, and in the night she is going to be sleeping with a stranger, and you do not know how is he going to treat her?
Yes.
That is marital rape.
Yes.
So you are okay with your honor, your daughter getting raped every night, a legalized rape by a husband that she does not like, she did not want to marry. उसको आपने पढ़ा लिखा भी दिया, but वहां पर घर पे जाके she's just a trophy wife. That is totally acceptable by you.
I will come close to this statement only. What about the constraints of these arranged marriages? You know, constraints of all these marital marriages, which is absolutely arranged. Because here in India, you know, if I talk about on broader terms, it is like, see, you know, the girl is married. Whatever happens at, you know, in-laws place or whatever husband does, now she's married. Even if she wants to speak to her parents, but the parents, most of the parents say, we can't do anything because it is the situation like this, you are married. So
Parents
yeah.
will not come out and help you,
Yes.
unfortunately. And it's got nothing to do with arranged marriage. It's got nothing to do with love marriage. These are another terms we should throw out of the window. A girl gets married, a boy gets married, whether it is a love marriage or an arranged marriage. Now, the only thing that happens in India is agar arranged marriage hai, to parents also take responsibility. Where ladka or ladki can turn around and say, you got me married.
Yeah.
But if it is a love marriage, the parents will turn around and say, you never asked me.
Parents will not own it. I mean, they will not take the responsibility because
Exactly.
you got married out of our consent.
Yeah. Okay. So at the end of the day, even if you got married without the consent, how long are you planning to take this particular conflict? End it. You see?
Rohit, a
Yeah.
situation here differs. For an instant, suppose if somebody is not happy in her married life, but
Right.
the girl is working, she's
Mm.
earning, she's independent, I think she will not think twice taking divorce from the husband, getting separated. What about the dilemma of a lady who is a homemaker? Maybe she's educated, maybe she's not educated, and she has kids also. At that moment, do you think she can even think of getting separated from the husband? And what about the financial? Who will finance her and kids? So these are the things where, all these women, they compromise, even if it is a case of a marital rape or maybe abusive relationship or something, then I want the solution for these females.
See, when it comes to this, these days the courts are very clear.
Yes.
The law is very clear. There are checks and balances in place where a girl gets her right, starting from her stridhan, starting from division of property,
Yes.
starting from everything. The only thing that required by the girl is a certain support system which has to come from her own family. In case if the girl finds support system from her own family, then she'll be able to withstand any kind of problem. I totally agree with you that in case if it's a young girl and she decides to get divorced, probably her education just ended 2 years or 5 years or 6 years back, for her to find a job is so much more easier
Yeah.
vis-a-vis a lady who's been a homemaker for a longer time, right? But then that is the place where the law comes in. That is the place where the checks and balances are. And that is the place where the support of the girls, and most of the time, women shut their mouth and do not say anything, or they will suffer in silence, is basically because they do not have a support system coming from their own. Jamai Raja ko kuch nahi bol sakte aap.
Yes.
Damad ji ko kuch nahi bol sakte.
Mhm.
Damad ji can actually go and make an ass of himself in the shadi getting drunk, but
Yes.
fir bhi wo damad ji hai.
Mhm.
You are giving so much respect to a man who's acting like a fool in any given event, and I've seen so many of these people.
Yes.
फिर भी आप उसको respect दे रहे क्यों? Because you feel अरे हमारे सर पे एक liability भगवान ने
That
दे दी थी
social
बेटी बनाकर.
status is also there.
No, it's got nothing to do with social status. It is the fact that it's your own stupid thinking which says my daughter was a liability. अब मेरी liability किसी ने मेरे सर के ऊपर से उठा के दूसरे के सर पर रख दी है,
Mhm.
so I should respect the man जिससे मेरी liability सर पर. So why have daughters? Right? So that is the place where suddenly this is a patriarchal system.
Yeah.
It's a very, very sophisticated club made by men, ruled by men, and held by you women. Patriarchy is held by you women.
Yes.
Your dadis and nanis, you think they don't help patriarchy?
Mm.
When you tell your daughter to sacrifice an extra bread and give it to the brother, you're only helping patriarchy.
Yes.
Right? When you tell your daughter कि भाई के लिए sacrifice करो, right? Or when you decide to give a small child to the sister कि तुम इसको संभाल लो, you're actually trying to make her a homemaker even before she learns how to make a complete sentence.
Yes. Exactly.
So this all starts at your place. When you're talking about gender equality, right? Why is it necessary that a girl has to learn how to cook? Today, if you ask me, I cannot cook. I can't make Maggie. I've tried making Maggie once and my son hated it. Right? But today, if you ask me, the biggest disadvantage I have is I can't cook. My mom never taught me how to cook. Right? That's besides the point that my sisters also never picked up cooking because they were spoiled crazy. But of course, when they got married, they picked it up. So this is gender equality. Why should only my daughter do the cooking at home? Why can't my son come out and help her out? Okay, today I'll make the eggs. So that tomorrow when you go to a hostel, forget everything else. Tomorrow when you go to a hostel or when you're living alone, at least you'll be able to eat something. Though Swiggy matter all over the countryside, but still. Right? So I guess gender equality, everything starts at home. Gender equality.
No, but I
Yeah.
have a point over here. If we
Yeah.
are discussing this, then
Mhm.
what about the shelf life of the women? If we talk about career, any domains, then why the shelf life of a woman is less in comparison to a man?
Shelf life when it comes to the job.
Yeah.
Well, so that's a mentality that the corporates have to change. See, the corporates these days work on only one principle, that they will get a younger workforce.
Yeah.
Right? Who might work twice as hard with no responsibilities or liabilities on their head. We do odd hours. A lady will not be able to do that. However, things have changed now with COVID. There are a lot of ladies now are picking up jobs and working from home.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So that has actually helped. And though this trend is going to continue for a couple of years, the work from home culture, this will help the ladies. But then if you see the society where I live in, then there must be about 800 families. And at least 1/3 of these ladies, they're very happily married, touch wood. However, they're all working from home. Somebody is making a particular thing. So basically, they are also helping out their husbands in earning an extra money coming in at home.
Yes, true, very true.
Right. So there are so many ladies here who are single ladies, and they are very strong because they know okay, this we have to now survive. Women also have to actually take it that they cannot keep getting victimized. They cannot keep victimized. So I'm talking about women empowerment, but like I said, women empowerment starts from your own home and starts from your own head and mentality. What is topic? Yeah.
Yes, no, but here I would want to raise one point also. Then why we have a disparity in the pay package? Designation is same, job is same, responsibilities are same. But yes, if you hire a male manager, anybody on a senior position, the package will be a bit higher. But when you put a female there, then it is a bit lower. Why?
See, this is something which needs to change. We can keep debating about it. I am totally with you. This should not happen, right? If women have certain limitations, men also have certain limitations. And this pay parity, even if they're working, and I've seen women who are just as efficient. I've served in Africa.
Yeah.
I've served in some very dangerous places like Congo.
Mm-hmm.
There were military observers who were women from different parts of the world, right? There were lady officers. It's only now in India that you suddenly decide to open up, the doors for women to be fighter pilots, to be helicopter pilots, or even probably there are probably talks of women coming in combat.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the South African Army, I went to one of the infantry battalion. They had men and women together, and they were very comfortable working together. So if there is one woman guard, there is another male guard, or there could be 3 male guards and 1 woman guard. They were very comfortable working like that. Unfortunately, in our country, that culture still hasn't come in.
No, see,
Because nobody
when
started.
you were talking about this, it's such a pleasing, it's coming as music to my ears when you are telling this. But then, I feel disheartened that yes, as you are telling that in India, this culture is not there, or even if it is there, the ratio is bare minimum. What all we should do so that the ratio even in India increases? Women should equally be empowered to, walk hands in hands together with men. So what all that I want to know from you.
See, I think I'm too small a character in the entire, world stage and everything else to be saying something. But I guess this starts at 2 places. One is at the highest level, which is the government level.
Yes.
And one is right at the bottom, which is your home level.
Okay.
When you start teaching your boys to respect women or girls, not just your apne ghar ki, even outside. Neighbors, any girl, college girl, school girl, you can't use abusive language against her and things like that. Right? Once it starts from home, and this is one place where the mindset and mentality will start evolving and changing.
Correct.
Because the government will keep making laws after laws. In case if the mentality doesn't change, there is nothing you can do about it. Right? So yes, it has to start from bottom. It has to move from bottom upwards, while it has to also move from top and keep compressing it down so that people actually understand.
Yeah.
Right? If women can fight, I mean, I remember there was this girl when I was a kid. When I was doing my training in the army. I did my training in Chennai at the Officers Training Academy, where I think around 30 or 35 girls used to get trained as officers, though their tenure initially used to be very, very truncated, I think 5 years or 7 years. Thereafter, they were sent back to the CV Street. There was this one lady cadet, I'm forgetting her name. She walked up to one of the generals and she said, why can I not be in infantry? I'm just as good. And the fact was, she was just as good. I mean, if she could probably do as many push-ups as I could or any other cadet could, she could run as fast as we could. I'm sure I've never saw her fire, but I'm sure she was also a marksman or a markswoman,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? And so I'm sure, so which means that she could handle her weapons.
Yes.
But the moment it came to combat, we would say, no, let's not have women in combat. And
Yeah.
then we sing songs about Rani Lakshmibai and Durga Ma.
Yeah. Then why this discrimination?
The discrimination starts at home because our mentality has been set in this thing where in India, we always actually take women as the weaker sex. That her job is certain cutout. I mean, when I'm in Uttarakhand, the previous chief minister made a few comments about fatty jeans.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to become a chief minister, you don't, pass comments about somebody's clothes.
Yeah.
Then there is another minister, serving minister here in the state that I am in. You will find him and posters of his daughter all over the place. However, he made a nasty comment about women that औरतों का काम तो सिर्फ घर में बैठना होता है, बच्चों को पालना, something like that. Well, you want empowerment for your daughter, but here now you want to play to the gallery.
Yeah.
You see, you want to play to that patriarchal society because आपके votes वहां से आ रहे हैं.
Yes.
So this is hypocrisy. This needs to
Yes,
stop.
This is hypocrisy, exactly. And then you are a role model, then you are an icon, and then you are an inspiration for the people. And then you
Exactly.
mouthing such dialogues.
Exactly.
Kanal, one very important last question, which I want to put to you, and I guess our audience might be waiting for that. What are the 3 key takeaways or insights which you actually want to give to the audience regarding women empowerment? How they can empower themselves?
Okay. Number 1, have confidence in yourself.
Good.
Be very confident. It's your confidence that'll take you places.
That means I can do any damn work.
You can do anything that you
weak.
want.
I'm not weak.
You're not weak.
Strong. And whatever work is given to me, I think I'm able to do that. That type of confidence you're talking about?
Absolutely. Then
Okay.
second thing, no matter what your age, no matter what your background,
Okay.
please learn to speak up. If somebody is harassing you,
Mhm.
please tell somebody. बोलना सीखो, अपनी आवाज निकालो,
Mhm.
right?
This is my major concern. I really want ladies and all women to come out of their cocoon, come out of your shell, come out of the comfort zone and challenge the society, speak up for themselves, speak up for their rights.
Exactly. See, nobody's going to fight the battle for you.
Yes.
People can help you in your battle, but your battle has to be fought by you. आपको अपनी लड़ाई खुद लड़नी पड़ेगी. और अगर लड़ाई लड़नी है तो सबसे पहले आपको बोलना सीखना पड़ेगा.
Yes, very good. Very good.
You will have to tell somebody to stop, because remember what I often say, आपका silence,
Mhm.
is what emboldens the perpetrator.
Yes, yes,
जितना आप शांत रहोगे, जितना आप नहीं बोलोगे, उतना उसकी हिम्मत बढ़ती है.
yes.
So please, for God's sake, learn to speak up. Tell people what you're going through. It could be in the office, it could be at home, it could be in school, it could be in college. Please do
Anywhere,
not
anywhere.
suffer in silence. Learn to speak up.
Mhm.
You speak up, the other person will get scared,
Yes.
right? And the third and the most important thing is for parents, 2 things. 1, teach your boys how to respect women,
Yes.
right? And for the girls, I say, right from the day you're born, right from the day when a boy is born, parents start thinking about his career, ye zindagi mein kya karega, ye kitne paise kamayega. Why not for the girls? The girls also have to start thinking about the career. The career has to take prime this thing. Does not mean that I'm saying, okay, forget your family life and stuff like that. But you have to keep your windows open.
Yes. That means
Forget about-
education should be given the first priority.
Yeah, so forget about, why do we only keep talking about divorce and separation? What if the man dies? What if a woman becomes a widow and she was still a homemaker? What is she going to do then?
Yes.
Is she going to just pick up the kids and keep moving out? Or keep
No.
waiting ki the family pension which gets halved? पहले 10 रुपए आते थे, 5 रुपए घर पे आएंगे. So she's ready to live, and that is where she starts talking to people about sacrifices. So a woman has to make herself financially independent because she has to be ready with her contingency plan, because you never know what happens when. So she has to be absolutely ready. And the last thing I say about the society is, people will have problems. There will be divorces. There will be separation, right? A woman will work. A woman will wear a certain kind of dress. A woman will even smoke, even if that means
Yeah.
smoking in public.
Yes.
I openly say I enjoy a drink in the army club. There's nothing wrong.
That is the culture.
That is my culture. And my wife enjoys a drink. I have no problems. When my daughter turns 18, if she wants to have a drink, she will at least walk up to me and tell me.
Mhm.
But just because you saw a woman wear jeans and smoke, please do not character assassinate her.
Yes.
Just because a relationship has gone sour, do not character assassinate the woman.
Exactly.
Right? So this character assassination for gossip has to
It
start.
is only
And
for
this,
the gossip mongers, actually.
no, you'll be surprised that in our society, at least 7 women are gossip mongers. So this is basically targeted at women because these are the women who started. Men, of course, take उनके लिए तो ये मसाला वाली चखना है.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
They want to know what's happening because they might want to take a chance themselves. For there's one more prey out there for them.
Yes, yes.
But it's the women who character assassinate women. Why? Tomorrow it can happen to you, God forbid. Tomorrow it can happen to somebody you know. Tomorrow it can happen to your own daughter. So this whole idea as a society, in case if we decide that the Swachh Bharat has to start with a cleansing of our own mind and body,
Yes.
that is the time when, the question you ask, ki kya hoga? Government can keep it. Government can't bring out a law. Please do not character assassinate a woman.
Government can pass laws, but it takes ages to implement those laws,
Exactly. Government has passed laws against rape. Government has passed law, but you look at your conviction rate, it's just at 37%. And that too, I think it's very, very inflated. But if you look at your rape statistics, they're deflated. 5 रेप हुए तो 1 आप रिपोर्ट करते हो. Conviction अगर 1 होगी तो आप 10 रिपोर्ट करोगे.
Yes.
Till
Perfect.
3 years,
Perfect.
till 3 years back, our conviction rate was 19%. So basically, there is no deterrence. आपने तो उसको हिम्मत दे दिया कि अगर आपने 10 लड़कियों को छेड़ा है, तो आप सिर्फ 1.9% या 2 लोग ही सिर्फ जेल जाएंगे. बाकी 8 तो
You are
फ्री
safe.
घूम रहे हैं ना.
Yes.
और अभी भी अगर गवर्नमेंट के मैं स्टैटिस्टिक्स मानूं 37% भी है या 40% भी है, तो भी अगर 10 लड़कियों को आप छेड़ते हो तो 6 तो फिर भी बाहर खुले घूमेंगे ना.
Yes. Hmm.
So laws can be made, laws can be enacted. Ultimately, it is we have to do it. That is the reason why Mission Fight Back, as a concept, as an organization, we want to start a citizens movement. That the citizens will have to come forward to protect the girls because the police is not going to protect. They're understaffed, undertrained. See, हमारे फौज में क्या होता है डॉक्टर साहब की हर महीने ना हम ना 5 किलोमीटर दौड़ते हैं. टाइम राइफल लेके पिट्ठू लगा के because we are keeping ourselves fit.
Yes.
आप दिल्ली में रहती हैं, right? आप दिल्ली के दिल्ली पुलिस को बोल दो कि 2 किलोमीटर दौड़ के दिखाओ. It is not their fault. They are not physically that fit.
Yes.
They don't have time. They're understaffed, undertrained. Some people do not go home for 3, 4 days.
Yes.
So I don't blame them. They're doing a fantastic job with whatever meager resources they have, with whatever thing like that. But the fact of the matter is, हमारी पुलिस कभी टाइम पे नहीं पहुंच पाती. और अगर पुलिस टाइम पे नहीं पहुंच पाती, the onus or the responsibility of protecting your own daughter or your own self totally lies with you.
Exactly.
This is
Colonel
it.
Rohit, I think, it's such a wonderful session going on, and I am really enjoying interacting with you, asking questions, and then listening to the, immense answers, whatever you are going. But because of the time constraint, I think we cannot go further. But
Absolutely.
I certainly believe that, it's such a good feeling which came, when you interacted on our platform, and I believe we will be calling you once over again. Okay, but
Thank you so
thanks
much.
so much. Thanks so much for coming to this platform and giving your insights to the audience, and that too from your busy schedule. So I am honored, I am humbled that we got a chance, to interact with you. And I found you as a very dynamic personality. And I think even after the show ends, I would like to be in touch with you, because then
Absolutely.
if anyone wants certain help or something, I would definitely tell them to contact you.
Thank you so much,
It's such
Dr. Shelley.
Such a delight to be here on our platform. So I welcome, and once again, I thank you so much for giving your insights to our audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shelley, and thank you so much to our common friend Ina Singh for getting us
Yeah.
together. You have my number, and let's stay connected. And thank you so much, audience, for listening to whatever I had to say, and let's change whatever we can change, because the change
Be the change in
begins
the
here.
society. This is a message
yeah.
we want to pass on through this
Absolutely.
show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.